Self-proclaimed hood billionaire Rick Ross dropped his 7th studio album today.
I'm your neighborhood drug dealer. It's your neighborhood drug dealer.
Now, the Rick Ross of 2014 is a little bit more known for his recent weight loss and fondness for pears, yet he still feels that he's got to keep up this image of being the friendly neighborhood drug dealer. Now, why is this? Does he really think that his fans won't appreciate an album about the miracles of a good juice cleanse?
I eat pears now and shit like that. Shout out to all the pear.
Of course not. And that is the hip-hop psyop. How else will the establishment prime the youth for a life that leads to prison without selling them on the gangster lifestyle? The rapper Rick Ross is nothing but a soldier for the New World Order. He is priming the youth for a life in prison, and he's laughing all the way to the bank. Here is what the real Rick Ross has to say to this name-jacking rapper.
To William Roberts, AKA Rick Ross, who's using my name, I'm inviting you in to come with me. Let's fight this culture. Let's fight this penitentiary culture that hip-hop's been spreading. Let's make a difference. But so many of our friends who look up to you and look up to me are out on the streets thinking that they can go out and sell drugs and parlay that into a record career. I don't know if you know that they're not gonna make it, but I know that they're gonna wind up in prison with prison sentences 3 and 4 times what they should be, because this war on drugs is no joke. And I think that that's a false message to be given people who feel hopeless.
And notice they don't indict the people that are fake and claim all that. No, they want them out there like a lanternfish has that light to get the little fish to swim over so they can eat them.
Have you ever thought to yourself, why is this person so popular? Their music sucks. Well, we all know that the music industry is a machine, a giant machine. 90% of what Americans read, watch, and listen to is controlled by just 6 media corporations. Those media companies own and control all of the channels through which an artist becomes popular. They own the networks, the radio stations, the award shows, the movie studios, the magazines, the cable channels. Without any regard to their actual talent, a person can be launched into superstardom overnight. And here's another shocking truth. The people who own all of the media are the same people who own all of the private prisons. The prison industrial complex is a booming industry, and just like any industry that needs a constant supply of raw materials to keep up with demand, prisons need prisoners. RapRehab.com has done some really great legwork exposing the facts about hip-hop and prison for profit. According to public analysis from Bloomberg, the largest holder in Corrections Corporation of America is Vanguard Group, Inc. Vanguard is the 3rd largest holder in both Viacom and Time Warner. Vanguard is also the 3rd largest holder in the GEO Group, whose correctional, detention, and community reentry services boast 101 facilities, approximately 73,000 beds, and 18,000 employees. Now, the number 1 holder of both Viacom and Time Warner is a company called BlackRock. BlackRock is the 2nd largest holder in Corrections Corporations of America, second only to Vanguard, and the 6th largest holder in the GEO Group.
Not so fast, Leanne. A reduction in crime would harm the bottom line. The prison industrial complex, of which I am a proud investor, depends on incarceration to make profits. We gotta keep all drugs illegal, make our prison sentences longer, and promote more gangster rap. And I will have more money in my bags.
So let me say that again. The people who own the media are also the same exact people who own the private prisons. Now, these people are using hip-hop to generate a constant stream of new inmates to keep business booming. These are the real hood billionaires. Now, prior to the 1980s, private prisons did not exist in the U.S., but thanks to the war on drugs as implemented by the Reagan administration, incarceration rates skyrocketed. The demand for more prison space resulted in privatization and the for-profit prison industry. In 2012, the biggest name in the private prison industry offered to buy up the prisons in 48 states. One curious stipulation: states would have to guarantee a sufficient inmate population to maintain a minimum 90% occupancy rate over the term of the contract. Oh, but how could states possibly guarantee a minimum 90% occupancy rate? Well, enforcing mandatory minimums was one great start, but then there's the Kids for Cash scandal, in which 2 judges in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania, were receiving judicial kickbacks for sending youths convicted of minor crimes to a privatized, for-profit juvenile facility. So legislation that's favorable to the industry is one great way to keep incarceration rates up, but so is the glamorization of the gangster lifestyle. It's absolutely essential as a continued advertisement for imprisonment. Now you see many artists with an empowering message just fall off, and you're actually brainwashed to believe that this music is somehow inferior because it's not thug life. The music that gets pushed is that which breaks down the community and guarantees a 90% prison occupancy rate. And that is not my opinion. That is a pipeline to prison fact. It is no coincidence that the very same people who are disproportionately incarcerated are being inundated on a daily basis with this message that jail is just an ordinary and even expected fact of life.
Yeah, it's very important that I redeem myself for the wrongs that I've done. And I feel that the way that I can redeem myself the best is by helping others not fall in the same footsteps that I fell in. Because I believe that it's a trap. It's a trap to catch you. Yeah. Just because you're doing bad and you're looking for a way to make an income, there's people that'll take your freedom forever and ever. Don't make the same mistake I made. Don't get caught up. It's time for us to wake up and face it. Get the truth, and you're done.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding and making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.